Hey Gemini, welcome to your weekly forecast for October 7th through the 13th. We're going to see what's coming up for you all in the week ahead. We're going to check this deck here to see your messages for the week and then a spirit message for you here with this deck. We do have a full moon in Aries happening for us on Friday. The new moon we had, even though the new moon we just had in Libra, it's not like a time of releasing. I know it kind of maybe made some air signs or some Geminis a little antsy. So I'm curious to see how you guys are going to be feeling as we're coming into the Aries full moon. The full moon is more when emotions come up and releases happen. But let's see what's happening for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. There's your Monday, Tuesday, your Wednesday, Thursday, and your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There you are, my darlings. Okay, let's get right into it, Gemini. We've got our October theme here. We've got our little spookiness. All right, so here we have the High Priestess coming in for Gemini, my dears, coming in for you guys for the beginning of the week. High Priestess is a very powerful energy. It's a very powerful card. It's also a major arcana card. So the major arcana cards come up when we're at a time where there's a very significant kind of crossroads that we're at, or some kind of transition that we're going through, something connected to our life lessons, our life purpose, our life path. And I've said this in other readings, guys, when you come into High Priestess energy, prepare to begin receiving a lot of attention. You might be feeling like you want to be in hermit mode and people won't let you be in hermit mode because people are just gravitating towards you. Something I have seen happen in my readings with the clients that I've read for over the years when they're coming into High Priestess energy is they become very magnetic because your chakras are opening up and aligning, right? Like all of your energy is flowing very smoothly. You're very connected to source. You're connected to your higher self. And that makes you very magnetic. All right. You might even find that people are pursuing you sexually. This will happen a lot when you're in High Priestess energy. Unfortunately, a lot of the times what happens is the people that are pursuing you sexually are people who need a lot of healing, right? And I encounter this all the time in my readings. People will come to me, they'll be like, Amethyst, what's wrong with me? What do I have to heal? How come I keep having people come after me that need so much healing and I've already done so much work on myself? You have to understand something. High Priestess for me is very much someone who has a lot of healing energy and they might not be aware of it. So you are attracting people who subconsciously, without even knowing, they're picking up on your healing vibes. So you're not attracting broken people because there's something wrong with you. You're attracting broken people because they feel and they sense that there's just something very special about you and they become very addicted to you. These are the people who won't leave you alone, but they don't want to commit because they're out there partying or, being with a bunch of different partners or, drinking or being a workaholic, whatever it is they're doing to escape life. They're going to run, they're going to be with you, they're going to have all this closeness, all this attachment, and then they're going to run off and escape their feelings again. Because once they've been with you, especially with physical intimacy, you've given them this great big boost of energy. And if you're not careful, what happens for you, you end up feeling very drained. They feel refreshed. They feel recharged. They feel good as new, ready to go on and take on the world. And you're feeling this strong connection and this tiredness and this feeling like you're incomplete without them because they've just sucked up a huge chunk of your energy and run off with it. But it might feel to you like, oh, but I'm in love. You just have somebody who's really courting your energy and really kind of sucking off your energy. This is a general reading. It might not apply this way for every single one of you, but it is one of the very common things I have or I see come up. And so I do want to let you know this. Other ones of you, Gemini, those of you who are more already on your spiritual path, I feel you are doing something that is taking your spiritual gifts to the level of business, okay? To the level of where you're sharing your gifts with other people. And maybe it started out as a hobby. Maybe it started off in a way where like you had some social media or something that you were doing. But this is the time that it's coming into an action plan of how you're helping people connect with their spirituality. And it's something that is for some of you also helping with your expenses, helping with your bills, and very much well on the way into becoming your bread and butter, so to speak. All right, these are general readings. They're going to apply in different ways for different ones of you. The next card here for Wednesday, Thursday, ooh, is the Devil. Gemini, it's going to be a big week for you, my darlings. It's going to be a big week for you, my darlings. You have these major arcanas coming in back to back, and you've got the Devil coming in Wednesday, Thursday. Now, don't freak out. Don't get all scared, because this is coming up to prepare us for the energy we're coming into. Now, I did mention to you that Aries full moon is happening on Friday. I am no astrology expert by any means, okay? But from what I have read and what I have heard other astrologers that I follow talk about, is some of the things that are happening with this Aries full moon is people are feeling kind of antsy, or they're feeling this sense of angst about their life, and they're wanting to take action and make changes. And some of this might be causing jealousy or envy or anger or frustration in certain people, or just like the sense of like life isn't fair. Gemini, the fact that you have the Devil card coming up, it makes me feel like what is happening for you all as we're coming into the week is in the beginning of the week, as you're picking up on that Aries and the air energy, you're feeling motivated, like you're feeling your power. That High Priestess is saying you're coming into your seat of power, you're coming into your confidence, learning to trust yourself, knowing what direction you want to go in. And then all of a sudden, as we're coming closer to that full moon energy and you're really beginning to feel it midweek, the full moon is going to bring up all of the buried things inside us that we need to release. So what you guys have coming up is lack of confidence. That's how I'm feeling the Devil. Now, I want to clarify something. For those of you where you're feeling the energy because you have somebody who's kind of obsessed with you, or who is like, needs a lot of healing, and they're just all like obsessed with you, and they're coming around, you could be entering into a karmic thing with a person where the physical chemistry is off the charts. And for some of you, it could be like, be careful, you're about to enter a karmic cycle. Or some of you who have a karmic, your karmic may be returning. For other ones of you, what's happening midweek is, as we're coming into the full moon energy, you have this really big burst of like fear that's coming over you, where you're doubting yourself and you're saying, Gemini, like, what are you thinking? It's not going to change. Things never change. Nobody takes you seriously. There's so many other people out there trying to do what you're doing. What makes you think you're going to be the one who's going to stand out? What makes you think you're going to be the one who's going to be successful? All of those mean little thoughts are going to be coming up midweek for a lot of you. Now, Spirit is not sharing this message to scare you or depress you. I'm not here to be a negative Nancy and freak you guys out. But Spirit is saying, look, this is coming up because this full moon is a time to release. And this is what Spirit is trying to tell you. This is a great time that you could release some of this negative ego and release these insecurities. So my advice to you is, instead of trying to push down these thoughts and feelings and trying to convince yourself they're not there, embrace it. Go with it and sit down and just really let yourself listen to what's coming up, or what you're feeling, or what you're thinking about in your head, and go ahead and write it down. Write all of it down. Every single little mean thought that's jumping in your head about yourself, go ahead and write it down. After you're done writing it down, I want you to look at it and word for word rewrite it in the positive way. So if you write down, I'm stupid, nobody likes me, and nothing ever works out for me, the opposite thing that you could write is, I'm an intelligent person. I am aligning now with the right friends and support system for myself. The right people like me and are gravitating towards me. and everything is aligning with my life purpose, and everything is aligning and working out now, right? Like, I'm just giving you an example. So you're going to do the whole thing like that. And then when we come into Friday, Saturday, Sunday, when we come into that full moon energy, you can go ahead and, say a prayer, call in Archangel Michael, call in Archangel Raphael for healing, Michael for protection, Raphael for healing, and then go ahead and read out loud the negative stuff and say, this is all of the things that I'm releasing. These are all of the false beliefs I no longer believe about myself. And read them out loud and just say, these are lies that I no longer accept. And you can tear it up and throw it away. Some people like to burn things. I always say, if you're burning things, guys, don't do it inside. It's very dangerous. It's very risky. Even if you're doing it outside, make sure you can go somewhere where there's like a fire pit or something that's designated. Don't like be standing next to a tree or something and risk burning down, some place. It's not so safe to do that. So use caution. Whatever you do, however you decide to get rid of this piece of paper. It's enough to put it through the paper shredder or rip it up or throw it away. But if you insist on doing the fire stuff, just be cautious. Be very cautious. I don't recommend it for the reason that I want people to be safe. Next, my dears, we're gonna see what's coming. Oh, and then when you have the positive thing, then this can become your affirmation, and you can read it to yourself every single morning when you wake up and every single night before you go to sleep. If you want to wait and start doing that when the new moon comes along, you can do that. But if you don't want to wait, feel free to start now, my dears. But you're going to have a whole new affirmation for yourself. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is Prince of Pentacles. So this tells me whatever you all are clearing, for a lot of you, it's going to be financial struggles. And Gemini, I feel like a lot of you, the problem that you have with money, I feel, and this is a general reading, so it might not resonate for some of you, but I feel for a lot of you, Gemini, the problem that you have is you come into large amounts of money and then you feel like you lose it or it doesn't work out. Like, I'll land this dream job, everything will be great, and then it won't work out and I'm looking for work again and I'm struggling. Or, if you have a business and you're self-employed, all this business will be coming in and then all of a sudden it'll dry up. Or money will come in and you find yourself having a really hard time holding on to it, and you're going and you're spending it on nights out and fancy shoes and helping other people and God knows what. And when you check your account, you're like, holy moly, what happened to all of my money? So I feel, Gemini, that you guys have like these bursts of times where money comes in and then like it's gone. And so Prince of Pentacles is telling me that you're going to be manifesting, coming into an energy where it's going to be stable, right? It's going to be an abundance that lasts. It's going to be an abundance that stays. It's going to be an abundance that's consistent, and that you're going to be better with the finances that are coming in. We're going to go ahead and check out your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. See what's going on for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Again, my dears, I really, really suggest that you go ahead and check out your Moon sign and Rising sign videos. Some weeks those may resonate with you more than others. But whatever the case, it could be helpful for you just to get a little extra info. So the card we have here, your spirit messages, we're coming into the full moon energy, is we have Shaman, ancient healing wisdom. So if some of you have been thinking of getting some kind of energy healing, it might be a good idea to seek out a shaman in your area, or any kind of energy healing that you're comfortable with. This Aries full moon, it's very intense, very active energy. So this could be a really good time to give yourself a great big push to clean out a bunch of stuff. Energy healing might be a good time. Those of you who are more spiritually in tune, you may really be picking up and connecting with your healing energies. Maybe some of you have been doing things where you've been doing a lot in terms of like your intuition, or life coaching or something like that spiritual, but you might really start tapping into your healing gifts and your healing abilities, where you're beginning to like become the shaman or the energy healer. Some of you with more mediumship abilities, don't be surprised if you feel like you're picking up or you are feeling or sensing that you are being guided by these shaman energies or these healing energies that are helping you to heal yourself or to bring about healing in a different way. Okay. A lot of people will come to me for private readings and they'll say, I feel like I just had a therapy session. I'm not a therapist. I really, really, really emphasize that and let everybody know I do not have any psychology degrees or any psychology schooling or anything like that, but I always ask for spirit to bring in healing. So my readings aren't only about telling you what's going to happen, but it's about trying to connect with higher self, with source, and to bring about healing. So some of you are doing something very similar. You're beginning to tap into being able to channel that and bring that into whatever you're doing. Maybe you're not doing something spiritual per se. Maybe you're a teacher. Maybe you're a football coach. Maybe you're something else, but you're bringing about an element of healing, or you're becoming a channel of healing in some way where you're leaving an impact in the life of others. Okay, my darlings. Again, watch your moon sign and rising sign video. We touched a little bit on love in this reading because it came up, but I don't really talk about love and romance in the weekly forecasts. If you want more of a love reading, be sure to click on the love link in the description of this video. You can go ahead and watch the love readings for October. If you liked the cards I used, you want to know more about them, there's a link where you can check out the decks that I used. And then, of course, if you would like a private reading, you can click on the Calendly link in the description of this video. It will show you all of the different readings I offer, the different prices. You can go ahead and schedule there if you would like. I am having an October special since October is my birthday month. And so the 60-minute readings by phone, which are usually 100, will be half off. They'll just be 50. And the 30-minute phone readings, which are usually 50, are only 25. So that's not a bad deal, right? I have 15-minute readings on there for like $20, but for $5 more, you can get a 30-minute phone reading. Why not? I still have the video option. I still have the recorded video, like the recorded reading options. Those are still available, but the 60-minute and 30-minute phone readings are on sale for October. So if you've been wanting to do that, now might be a good time to take advantage of that. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and I'm wishing you a fabulous week, Gemini.